Okay, we're gonna go on. One complaint I have with these is the plug-ins. I don't know why they made them this way. I don't know if the new one's this way or not. I don't think it is. But the plug-ins on these European designs are back here on the baler instead of made where it's on the tractor. But you do have your power port here that you plug in for your power, and it comes with 3 hydraulic lines. One's for the pickup and the other 2 are for the hatch. Your other wires are running the cab. I'll go over that here in a minute. And then you have one standard plug-in for your lights. But the mouth design is adjustable by this plate. Comes down to here. It's just standard stuff. Here, to get to your other universal joints, you just flip these clips back and a shield slides forward. You can get right in there to it. The gearbox has a shaft that runs over and drives off of the other side, and then the other side of the shaft is what drives your twine tie. And I'll show y'all how to set your wraps on the twine here in a second. To adjust your wraps on the twine, you're going to come around here and you'll have this disc, and you use the same chart that I was showing y'all on the last video for your net to go by. You just put it in each hole. These are little push tabs that pop in and out, and it'll set itself, and that little deal will spin around and around. But yeah, that's pretty well it for. Okay, so now we're in the tractors. Y'all can see what I was talking about the other day in my rear view system. Is I got the pickup mount view. I'd actually like to mount one of these cameras up underneath the neck so I can get a better view of it, which I'm thinking about doing. But the monitor is here. You can see that. You have, nah, you can't see it because of the glare. But you have different options. The biggest thing I don't like about the monitor with this little monitor, the bigger one's not like this, but the little monitor, you have a bar graph and then it shows your net, but it doesn't tell you how many bales you baled. You have to go back to home screen and then hit another button to see it. So and then to auto start your tie, you hit this button and pretty much go in, and you can change the tension, your pressure settings for how tight your bales are from in here, and the core and everything. You don't have one of those dumb knobs outside. You can do it from the monitor. But what I was going to show y'all is with this camera view, it changes automatically on the screen. It goes automatically to the back of the baler, and then when I close it, it'll automatically change back. See, so that's one thing I like about it. This is a rear view safety system. It is not the cab cam. The cab cam was $500+. This system with 2 cameras and the video system was only $300, so that's why I went this route, and it's just as good. It's basically the same thing as the cab cam. There's hardly no difference. But I wanted to show y'all how fast this hatch opens and closes. Crank this thing up on this baler. You're gone. That's it. That's how fast it works. These are not slow at all. And that's with cold hydraulics too. But let's go back there, and I want to show y'all the back half of the hatch open. Okay, now that the hatch is open, we're going to look at the feed system here. As I was showing y'all, or talking about the other day on that video, what I didn't like about Massey's balers is, you see how close these are? I mean, I can barely get my hand in there. There's not going to be a chance on you stopping this baler up. And the way they have these guards that run across here, and the bale just runs smooth on those, and it feeds it right in. And then your tie time is so fast, like I said earlier, because the chamber speed is so fast in these. Y'all can see it. It has 4 wide belts in here. You gotta trim these hairs off. Instead of the smaller belts that we make 2, they'd be 2 in place of the 1. I like the wider belts, to be honest. They're a lot better. taking off and starting to roll is no issue because of that. I will not, like I've said many times, I will not buy another baler without that. It's the best thing that they have come up with in many years, but there's nothing that I know of that will outbail this. I went to the Sunbelt Ag Expo a couple years. They had this baler there. It was quite funny. They had the 2900 Massey baler. They had the 504 Pro Vermeer baler for the first time there. The new John Deere 9 series baler was there. The Krone, what's that thing called? I can't think of what it's called, but it's there. It starts with a V. It was there. About everything you can think of. The only thing that was not there, and that was because they hadn't come in the country yet, was the McHale. It is the only baler that can, in my opinion, that will come close to this. The Kuhn baler is, they copied off of this baler, and it will not touch this baler. The Vermeer baler, the 504 Pro, is nothing but a Welger or a Lely. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of the companies they bought, and they just took their baler and put yellow paint on it. But it can't touch this baler. They bought one of these balers. I know this for a fact, but I cannot tell y'all how I know it. They bought one of these balers, Vermeer did, and took it back to their place and tore this thing apart and went through it to see, and took parts off of it and put it on theirs to see if they can make it better that way. That is no lie. But to get back to what I was talking about, they had this baler down there and they ran it against all the other ones. None of the other ones touched this baler. And when they all got done and threw their bale out, they was all out there talking about how tight their bales was and everything. This one was still going. They all kept turning around looking at it like, God, man, how's he still going? This little old German guy was there showing this thing. Couldn't speak English good. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, all them boys was about to cry because he kept on going so much longer after they did. And they all want to say, oh, he went down shorter rows. He didn't go down shorter rows. I was there, I seen it. This baler puts that much more hay in the bales, if you want it to, than their balers do. There is no doubt in my mind that this baler is the best baler on the market. You will not find another baler that can compete with this one. They've all have copied designs off of this particular baler. And Claas just come out with the 460. And everything that is wrong with this baler other than the collection of hay on the inside, they have fixed. I've yet to get to look at one in person, but I've seen them online. I've watched the videos from over in Germany. They've been running that baler for a year over there. They have fixed everything that I've said that was wrong with this baler. And if you're looking to buy a round roller, I cannot stress this enough. Go look at one of these balers. They are top of the line. All the Claas stuff is built extremely heavy. They use all grade 1 steel. Their mowers that we have found that they are the best mowers that we have ran. We have ran all brands of mowers. They are built heavy. Everything about these balers and their equipment is good. And I highly, highly recommend looking at this stuff. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have enjoyed these videos. If there's anything I missed that y'all might have questions about, ask me and I will try to make a video about it, or I will give y'all an answer in the comments about it. But my next baler is going to be a Claas, and it will be a Variant 460. And if I'm around to have anything to say about it. And and my dad and my grandpa all agree with me. It took my dad a long time because he's favored Vermeer for so long, but he even admitted that this baler has been great, and he cannot think of anything to complain about it, really about it. So, thank y'all, and please comment, rate, and subscribe.